All right, good evening, everyone. I'm sorry for the delay. This is take two, hopefully with a better connection. Tonight, for show number 18, I'm doing Hoyt Axton, who lived from 1938 to 1999, and I find it quite appropriate that I'm doing a singer-songwriter from Oklahoma with the horror show that's going on down in Tulsa this evening. I wish everybody well there, and hopefully we can move on from this horrible occasion. So, all right, so my favorite Hoyt song I'm doing first tonight, I'm going to start off with Boney Fingers. So here you go. Say the rain coming down and the roof won't hold it. Lost my job and I feel a little older. Car won't start and the love's grown colder. Maybe things will get a little better in the morning. Maybe things will get a little better. Oh, the clothes need washing and the fire won't start. The kids are crying and you're breaking my heart. The whole darn place is falling apart. Maybe things will get a little better in the morning. Maybe things will get a little better. Work your fingers to the bone, and what do you get? Boney fingers, boney fingers. Well, I've been broke as long as I remember. Get a little money and I gotta run and spend her. When I try to save it, pretty woman, come and take it. Maybe things will get a little better in the morning. Maybe things will get a little better. Your fingers to the bone, what do you get? Boney fingers, boney fingers. Yeah, the grass won't grow and the sun's too hot. Whole darn world is going to pot. Might as well like it 'cause all you've got. Maybe things will get a little better in the morning. Maybe things will get a little better. Work your fingers to the bone. What do you get? Boney fingers, boney fingers. Work your fingers to the bone. Boney fingers, boney fingers. All right, thank you all. That's my first Hoyt Axton song for the night. Not one that was particularly well known or was one of his hits for sure, but my favorite. And that song dedication tonight goes out to Johnny Hardigan down there in Austin, Texas, because that song, and we used to play it together way back in the early 80s back in Ann Arbor. So, all right, I'm going to follow that up with by far the most famous song. Some people call it Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog, and the actual title, of course, is Joy to the World. So I brought along a little bullfrog here. This is Jeremiah. So, and Jeremiah, you can kind of hear him doing his bullfrog song when we're singing tonight. So, and I really hope that you sing along on this one because everybody knows this song. I think I probably learned it in like third grade. So you know, it's just such such great chorus and such a great song. So Hoyt Axton made this song, wrote this song, and then of course it was Bullfrog Knight who took it to #1, sold over 5 million copies of this song, and probably paid for Hoyt's retirement at that point. So, and this one goes out to Prentice because he does a great job on this one, and I won't be able to recreate his version, but here we go. Joy to the World. Please sing with me, and here we go. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. And he he always had some mighty fine wine, singing joy to the world, all the boys and girls, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, and joy to you and me. If I were the king of the world, I tell you what I do. I throw away the cars and the bars and the wars, and I make sweet love to you. Sing it now, joy to the world, all the boys and girls, joy to the fishes in the deep sea, joy to you and to have some fun. I'm a high night flower and a rainbow rider and a straight shooting son of a gun. A straight shooting son of a gun. Everyone singing joy to the world, all the boys and girls, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, and joy to you and me, singing joy. Fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. All right, hopefully everybody has good memories of that wonderful song from 1971, #1 hit for Three Dog Night, written by Hoyt Axton, my featured singer-songwriter for the evening from Oklahoma. So, great story about Hoyt. Don't know too much about him, but his mother was also a songwriter. Her name was May Boren Axton. Her nickname was the Queen Mother of Nashville. And you may remember I did Elvis 2 nights ago, and it turns out that Hoyt and May are the first ever mother-son duo to have 2 #1 hits. May was the co-writer of Elvis's huge hit, Heartbreak Hotel. So what do you know? I love that. I love that story. So here's a shout out to Hoyt and his mom. So, all right. Before I do my very last song, I just want to give a shout out to WRT. I'm wearing a WRT shirt tonight, and this one was designed by a graphic artist, friend of ours, Lisa Wilbur. So a shout out to Lisa and to WRT, local radio station. So sad event this past Wednesday. Bill Malone, the host of Back to the Country for the last 23 years, did his very last show, and I'm sure he played lots of Hoyt Axton over the years. He and Bobby are moving back to Texas, down to San Antonio, and we were so grateful for the years that we had them here. I will never forget the times I got to play with them and got to answer phones down at WRT during the pledge drives when Bill was doing his show, and we'll miss them terribly. So, all right, so. And this one goes out to my former bandmate in Hootenanny, Jim, because he used to sing it. It's kind of a funny story song, and it's called Della and the Dealer. It's been covered by a few other folks, including the Kruger Brothers, who are a bluegrass band from, I think, Switzerland or somewhere in Europe. Just a little side note, I would have chosen another song tonight that Hoyt wrote. Wonderful song called The Lion in Winter. Uh, he did with Linda Ronstadt. But I don't have anyone to sing the duet part, so I'm going to not do that one. And of course, Linda Ronstadt's on the list for further down the road, so since she's still with us, unlike Hoyt. So. Alrighty, so here we go with Della and the Dealer. It's kind of a funny song, and I hope you enjoy it, and have a great night. So, alrighty. Della and the Dealer and a dog named Jake, cat named Kalamazoo. Left the city in a pickup truck, gonna make some dreams come true. As they rolled out west where the wild sun sets and the coyote bays at the moon. Della and the Dealer and a dog named Jake and a cat named Kalamazoo. That cat could talk, what tales he'd tell about Della and the Dealer and the dog as well. Cat was cool and he never said a mumbling word. Down Tucson way, the small cafe where they play a little cowboy too. And the guitar player was a friend of mine, the name of Randy Boone. Yes, Randy played her a sweet love song, and Della got a fire in her arm. Dealer had a knife and the dog had a gun and the cat had a shot of rye. That cat could talk, what tales he'd tell about Della and the Dealer and the dog as well. Cat was cool and he never said a mumbling word. That cat was cool and he never said a mumbling word. Yeah, the killer was a dealer. The dealer was a killer and an evil and mean. He was jealous of the fire in her eyes. He snorted his coke through a sentry note and he swore that Boone would die. The stage was set when the lights went out and there's death in Tucson town. Two shadows ran with the bar back door and one stayed on the ground. That cat could talk, what tales he'd tell about Della and the Dealer and the dog as well. Cat was cool and he never said a mumbling word. Two shadows ran from the bar that night and the dog and the cat ran too. Tires got hot on the pickup truck and down the road they flew. It was Della and her lover and a dog named Jake and a cat named Kalamazoo. Left Tucson in a pickup truck, gonna make some dreams come true. That cat could talk, what tales he'd tell about Della and the Dealer and the dog as well. Cat was cool and he never said a mumbling word. That cat could talk, what tale he'd tell about Della and the Dealer and the dog as well. Cat was cool and he never said a mumbling word. That cat could talk, what tale he'd tell about Della and the Dealer and the dog as well. Cat was cool and he never said a mumbling word. That cat was cool and he never said a mumbling word. Meow. All right, the dog named Jake and the cat named. And as we like to say when Hootenanny does this song, no animals were harmed in the singing of this song, even though there's a little bit of violence there. So I like the fact that this song, to me, is ambiguous. We don't know who got the better of Randy Dealer, and it's, you know, the very last line says, or the very last verse, she's, you know, says that you know, Della and her lover, you know, went down the road. So which one was it? We don't know. So, all right, Hoyt Axton. What's coming up next? I think my next show is in a couple days going to be the great protest singer, kind of inheritor of the Woody Guthrie mantle. Yes, I'm talking about Phil Oakes, and the songs I've got planned are his tribute to Woody Guthrie, called Bound for Glory. The very first Phil Oakes song I ever learned back in high school, called The Draft Dodger Rag, and then finished with his kind of nominee for a new United States of America national anthem, and it's called The Power and the Glory. So hope you're all well. Happy solstice. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in a few days.